For extra credit, we go further and tell me then could they live off the interest and how much interest would they live off of per month? Okay? So they're going to take this 18 money. They got 60,000, right? That they're going to invest. Okay? So they might have got 150,000, but what they want to invest is 60. Okay? Because remember, you get 150,000, well, you really only get 100. 2/3 of it, right? So they might want to buy a car, have a little spending money, so 40 grand. Okay? And then take that 60,000, they want to put it away, which very wise. Okay? So they're going to put it away at 8.25% interest. Now, that's really good interest, but that's not unheard of. If you use very good stock options, it's very probable that you will be able to get about 8.25. You know, our retirement fund is kind of set up, I think we're getting somewhere around 9%. So, I mean, it's totally possible. Okay? You just have to, you don't want to go crazy with it. Okay? You don't want to put it in and try to get 15% because, yeah, you'll be getting 15% this year, next year, but then those stocks are going to drop. You're going to get like 2%, you know, or worse, you're going to lose all your money. Okay? So, stocks are a type of gambling. It is a gamble. It's not a guarantee. Okay? But it's highly probable that you're going to advance. Okay? So, it's really important that you put this money away. Now, at 8.25%, that translates to 0.0825 as a decimal, right?
Yes.
Okay? Now, from the time they're 18 to 50, well, how many years is that?
A lot.
Yeah, a little bit more precise. From 20 to 50 is 30, so 32. Okay?
32.
Now, what's the rule of thumb on this? You remember? Remember, this is exponential decay or exponential growth. Which one? Is it going down or is it going up? Yeah, we're hoping that it's going up. That's the whole point. I mean, we're not going to put our money in there so it can decay. That would be not good. Okay? So, yeah, it's going up. So exponential growth is the amount, okay, times the rate, and 1 plus that rate. 1 plus that rate. Okay? Okay. Raised to the power of the time.
32.
Yeah. So we started with the amount of 60,000 times 1.0825, right? Raised to the power of 32. Okay? So when we do that, we get 60,000 times 1.0825 to the power of, and we want to use caret function, 32 equals. Not bad. So you're going to end up with 7, 5, 8, 3, 0, 5, and 51.
Dude, that's insane.
Right? So $750,000. Okay? By the age of 50, I mean, I'm 46. In 4 years, if I would have done that, and that would have been really easy for me to do it back in 1990 when I was 18. This wouldn't have been easy to do. I didn't have that. But this was really easy to do back then. You could actually lock it into a CD back then, you know, and interest rates are really high. But the point is, it's $750,000 I would have had in 4 years from now. 4 years from now. Okay? Now, what does that mean? Now, you can keep it in there and just work off the interest, right? If it's still getting this interest, how much is the interest on that? So all you do is you multiply it by that interest, okay? Times 0.0825 equals, and that is for 1 year, you would get 6.2. So for 1 year in interest, you would get $62,560.20. Now, divide that up by month. Divided by 12. Each month, you would get $5,213.35. This is how the rich get richer. You ever hear about that trust fund kid? Right? Trust funds kids, this is how trust fund kids get their money. Their grandparents, parents, somebody put a trust fund for them. That's really what you guys are. You guys are trust fund kids, right? Because at 18, you get a trust, right? Now, you can take that trust and take it all out, like they do. They give it all to you. But what you want to do is put it right back in. Okay? So that when you're 50, you can take out, if you just took out $5,000 a year, you'd still grow $200 a month. And eventually, that would turn into $300 a month, and $400 a month. Why? Why is it going to grow? Because it's exponential growth. Now, it might start off slow and be a slow growth because you're only at 200. But pretty soon, 200 turns into 3. 3 turns into 5. 5 turns into 1,000. 1,000 turns into 2,000. 2,000 turns into 5,000. 5,000 turns into 10,000. And now you're right back, going back to $750,000. Plus, you still have this money in there. Yes, you're taking out $5,000 a month. And you still have $750,000 to either give to your kids, to maybe use, one day if you want, for whatever you need it for. Okay? So if you give it to your kids get their Muckle Suit money, which by that time, when I started here 5 years ago, you guys were getting about 80, 90,000. There are 8th graders right now that already have 120,000 in their trust fund. Okay? So it looks like they're going to be graduating here in the next 4 years or so with somewhere around 100.